Hello and welcome back to my scrap room. My name is Jennifer Perry. Today we are going to be working on Farm Country, and this is technically WIP 1, but I need to apologize because I started editing this video several weeks ago, and apparently I never did the voiceover. I thought I had this posted for you, but I didn't, so I need to apologize. It must have gotten mixed up with the Colorado travel and Thanksgiving craziness that went on when you prep a huge holiday meal, and I apologize. It was forgotten. So anywho, what I normally do with my large paintings is I section off with release paper, and this is a little bit smaller than 4x6 sections, and then within those sections I make the area that I'm working very small. So as you see here, the 4x6 has been pulled back just a little bit, and then I have taken a second piece of release paper from an old painting. I just keep my release papers and sectioned it off even smaller. I do this for a couple of reasons. First off, it makes the sticky exposed area easier to work with. It's much smaller. You don't get overwhelmed. It is less likely to get your hand stuck in the adhesive. And 3, I have cats, and depending on family travel schedules and life in general, I can have anywhere from 2 to 5 cats in this house, because the way this family works is whenever we travel, somebody else in the family takes your critters. So we trade critters back and forth. So depending on any given time of year, day, week, whatever, whoever's traveling, I can have between 2 and 5 cats in the house and between 0 and 2 dogs in the house, which means there is a lot of fuzzing around, or a lot of kitties doing flyby kitties. And I want to reduce the chance of them either stepping on the drill field or getting extra fur on my exposed adhesive. Now, there was a joke going around in the diamond painting VIP group for Diamond Art Club about ladies' hair ending up in the adhesive, and ladies just spending a lot of time picking hair out of the adhesive field. And I made a joke that if my husband, for any reason, needs a DNA sample of mine to give the police just any one of my diamond paintings, because there's probably a hair somewhere of mine on this diamond painting, any one of my diamond paintings. Normally they're easy to spot, they're easy to pick out, but every now and then, I'm blonde, they match whatever I'm working on. Sometimes I miss one. So I made a joke on there, if ever needed, you can give my painting to the police and there'll be several DNA samples there and probably a few fingerprints. It happens to all of us, and there's really no way of preventing it. So I need to know why in the world in December somebody has a leaf blower going outside of my house. I don't know if you can hear it, but I thought I was pretty safe doing a voiceover in December and not having to worry about the landscapers in the neighborhood, but apparently I'm wrong. Now, I understand that it has been 80 degrees recently. I live in Texas. It's not normally 80 degrees in Texas in December. We've got some weird weather going on, but I'll take it over 20 degrees. I'll take that any day. But I'm a little shocked that we have landscapers running around. So if you can hear the leaf blowers, I apologize. I'm not quite sure what they're doing out there. I guess they have a job to do, and I'll do my job, and they'll do theirs. Well, I just freaked myself out. I wasn't expecting that. I've got the door shut to my studio because there's some noise going on downstairs, and I didn't feel like waiting any longer to try and get this voiceover done. And I thought I was completely by myself until I heard a noise and something just brushed up against my foot. Y'all, Dumpling just made me put a hole in the ceiling because I wasn't expecting him to be down there, and I wasn't expecting him to brush up against my foot. And now we have a hole in the ceiling my husband needs to repair, because my head just went through it. This is what happens when you think you're by yourself, and apparently you're not. So we'll just let my heart rate get back down to normal, and we'll continue with this voiceover. I need to stop and make sure there are no other little stowaways in this room, but I thought everybody was downstairs playing, which is why I had the door shut, because they're being little hooligans. There are currently 4 cats in my house. And did you know that 4 cats sound like a herd of baby elephants when they get to playing? So I have a herd of baby elephants in my house right now, which is why the door is shut. But you know what? They're being very good. Part of that might be because we did not put up a Christmas tree. I am not stupid. I did not want to dig out 4 cats out of my Christmas tree this year. It is a new tree, and I still have not, ever since we got Biscuit almost 3 years ago, I still have not put my fancy ornaments back up on the tree. We've still been using baby cat ornaments, which are non-breakable ornaments in case the tree hits the ground. But as I get older, I will be able to get my ornaments back out. But this year I was just kind of like, nope, not doing it. So I went over to Hobby Lobby and I purchased, I guess they're made for like centerpieces for dinner parties and stuff, kind of tabletop kind of trees. And I purchased 3 or 4 different styles, and I've got them just placed strategically around my home. On the mantles, near photographs, on picture ledges, that type of thing. So I still have a decorative Christmas feel in my house, but I do not have a central Christmas tree for these cats to lose their mind and climb. We have even gone as far as not setting out the Christmas gifts. We have everything wrapped and placed on top of the guest bed, and the door is shut. So I'm just not even going there, because while I was trying to wrap gifts, Dumpling, as fast as I was getting them wrapped, was eating the Christmas paper. I had to kick everybody out just so I could get gifts wrapped, which that in itself was a whole other story. Have you guys tried to find gift wrap this year? Or shirt boxes, robe boxes, slipper, oddball size, those white gift boxes that you buy. Have you guys tried to find wrapping supplies this year? Oh my goodness. I normally, of course I haven't had to buy them in several years. I normally stock up really well, and then I'm set for several years. Well, it was getting time, and I didn't realize it until this year while I was trying to wrap, that my wrapping supplies had been severely diminished. So I normally go to Walgreens. That's normally my go-to to get all things wrapping supplies. Boxes, bows, tags, wrapping paper. That's my go-to. They have never failed me in the last 20 years. So I was like, okay, I guess I need to go buy wrapping supplies, because I have 2 carts. One is it's made for blueprints. So it's a little rolly cart that you're supposed to be able to put rolled up blueprints in and stand them up. That's what I keep my wrapping paper in, my rolls of wrapping paper. Oops, Pedals is gonna bark, sorry. And then the other supplies, tissue paper, boxes, ribbons, bows, tags, scissors, tape, that type of thing, I have in a Sterlite large 3-drawer unit that I guess a lot of people use them as dressers, or temporary dressers, temporary storage, that type of thing. And for me, it works out perfectly for all of the other wrapping gear. Now, let me go on record as saying I don't like wrapping gifts. If I could just throw it in a gift bag, pop a card in it, I'm good. But my family likes wrapped gifts. So I prefer to go and just get everything I need once every couple of years, stock up to the hilt, and then I'm good. Well, I went to Walgreens and they had nothing. Nothing. There was nothing there. And I walked right back out 30 seconds later and went, okay, where's all the wrapping supplies? So then I went over to Walmart, which is across the street from Walgreens where I live. And I was like, I don't want to go to Walmart. I don't want to go in there. I don't want to people. I don't want anything to do with it. This is why I shop in September for Christmas, so I don't have to go in the stores in December. Why am I doing this? Well, I'm doing this because my family wants Christmas gifts wrapped. They don't want me to just hand them to them. Here's your stuff. So I go into Walmart and I go where they typically have their Christmas stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm not seeing boxes, bows, wrapping paper. I'm seeing stocking stuffers. I'm seeing stuff to do baked goods. I'm seeing everything but wrapping paper, bows, boxes, that type of thing. So I go over to the gift wrap section, and all I'm seeing is all other occasions. And I'm like, okay, look, did the wrapping paper not show up on the ship? What's going on here? Am I going to have to just buy polka dotted wrapping paper from the birthday section and just call it a day? What's going on? And then I realized, okay, where's all of the decorative Christmas stuff? And I thought about it for a minute, and I was like, I'm in the wrong section. I need to find the decorative Christmas stuff. And way over across the store, nowhere near any other Christmas items whatsoever, parked out in the garden center is all of the wrapping paper and stockings. I have no idea whose idea that was, but they need to be retrained, because the garden center is not where you're supposed to put wrapping paper as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, while I was there, I picked up, I have more boxes than I know what to do with now, but I picked them up while they were on sale. I also normally, starting in November, I will save my Amazon boxes and just throw them in a closet somewhere, and God forbid the person that opens that closet, because they're going to get attacked by Amazon boxes. But I'll start saving my Amazon boxes for the purpose of wrapping gifts. But you also need other boxes sometimes. Like, it's really hard to fit a nice dress shirt into an oddball sized Amazon box every now and then. So I like having the white specialty gift wrap boxes in the house, because sometimes they come in really handy, and sometimes you don't have an Amazon box laying around. I know it's odd. I know Amazon has infiltrated everybody's life, but apparently I don't have Amazon boxes year round. So I picked up a ton of boxes, so I'm set on that. And then I decided, okay, look, if I'm going to buy wrapping paper, I'm going to get neutral wrapping paper that will work for any occasion. I picked up one roll of Christmas paper that's blatantly Christmas, and then I picked up silver, gold, and not quite a navy blue, but a nice blue. I guess the easiest thing to equate it to is that Hanukkah blue that's out with all the Hanukkah decorations. It's that kind of blue. And I picked out neutral patterns. And then I picked up the silver, gold, blue, black, and white ribbons to complement that. So no matter what I need to wrap with those colors, I should be able to wrap birthday, anniversary, any kind of occasion without having to go too crazy and have 100 rolls of wrapping paper in my house. I also went through my wrapping cart, and if it had wrapping paper that I've had for 10 years and I'm just sick of using it and there wasn't much left, I just went ahead and got rid of it. There wasn't much. There was like 3 rolls that I've been trying to use, and no matter what I did, you just couldn't use all of it. So I went ahead, and you might have been able to wrap one gift with it. I went ahead and just recycled that paper. I was like, I'm done. I need fresh inspiration, which might be part of my problem of why I don't like wrapping gifts, is because I tend to use the same paper 3, 4, 5 years in a row, and then I go buy fresh paper. So anyway, after I got back from Walgreens or Walmart and carted everything up the stairs, it took like 6 trips to get everything upstairs, got my carts reloaded and everything fresh, I started wrapping gifts again, and it took all day. It took all day to wrap those gifts, but I put a book on. I love listening to Audible books, and apparently I like listening to vampire books while I'm wrapping gifts. I don't know what that's about, but apparently vampire books are my thing while I'm wrapping gifts. But I got it all done, and I got it all done before dinner. I got everything hidden in the guest room so the cats can't eat it, and we're set for Christmas. So all I really need to do is go to the grocery store for fresh items to make dinner. Everything else is situated. And the kids already have their Christmas gifts because I took them to Colorado, so I don't have to worry about any of that. We're set. We're ready to go. All I have to do now is just remember what day Christmas is on and cook. And get the ham out of the freezer early enough to defrost. And on that note, how are you doing with your Christmas? Are you where you want to be? Are you behind? Are you on track with your personal goals and plans for getting ready for the season? Are you doing Christmas this year? I know several people that are just not. They're not going to cook. They don't have gifts. They're not even acknowledging Christmas this year. It's just been a rough year for them, and they're just going to hunker down and be in a hole and relax and rest that day, which I totally get. If it's been that kind of year for you, I totally get it. It's going to be a very weird Christmas for us, with the kids being in Colorado. Last year, it was a COVID Christmas, so we did the whole FaceTime Christmas. This year will be different because it's not just they can't come to our house because of COVID. It is they can't come to our house because they're 2 states away. So there's a difference between they're close to home and they just can't get here versus they live 2 states away. So it's just going to be, my mama's heart's going to be a little bit weird and wanting my babies home. They want to try and come home, but we have told them, be mindful of the weather. If the weather's going to be weird at all, please don't try and come. They have a Mini Cooper that is not winter friendly. It's not Colorado friendly at all, but that's what my daughter has to drive. And I've pretty much told them I would rather you miss Christmas than miss forever. I worry sick whenever my family's on the road. I love to travel. I'm a truck driver's daughter. I love road trips, but I worry myself sick when people are on the road till they get to where they're supposed to be or they get to my house. I make people, we have what's called travel day rules to where we stay in contact throughout the day. And I would rather them be as safe as possible. So if there's going to be any weather whatsoever, and with this being her first year there and not knowing how to handle it, I would rather them be home and be safe than risk trying to get home and get into an accident with stuff that you're just not familiar doing. She's never driven in weather before. So as of right now, it appears that they're going to come home for Christmas, but that depends on weather. So if they're here, I will be a happy mama. But if they're not here, I will be thankful that they heeded weather warnings and stayed home and are safe. So that's where we stand at the moment. So, okay, getting back to the diamond painting, because I have just been giving you all of the family gossip and haven't paid any attention to this diamond painting whatsoever. But I am just about finished with this little section. And as you can see, this farm country is just, it's so colorful and so fun to work with. It's going to take me quite a while. I'm still on the first section, or first row, not necessarily first section, but first row. But I sure am having fun working on it. And if you hear little bells, little Remy's up on the desk with me. I had to open the studio door because everybody was on the other side throwing a fit. So I figured it might be quieter if I just open the door. So that's where we are at the moment. I'm surrounded by cats and dogs. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate that you choose to spend a few minutes of your day with me. I know there are several channels that you could be watching and that you probably do watch, and I'm just very thankful that you choose to spend part of your day with me. If you ever have any questions, let me know down below. I try to get back to you as fast as possible. YouTube sometimes will hide a comment and I don't see it, so if I haven't answered you, try again, leave another comment and see if I can see it that way. And as always, you can always comment in the Facebook group too. I always see those comments. I love making these videos for you. I love the interaction with our group. And as always, I purchase all of my paintings and all of my kits and all of my scrapbooking. I purchase everything with my own money. I am not sponsored. So all of the opinions on this channel are my opinions and I am not being paid to say so. That is one of the reasons why I am choosing to not be an affiliate with any of the companies, because I like the freedom to say what's on my mind about any given product that I am showing. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have some time for your own diamond painting. And until next time, bye-bye.